joining us right now, courtesy of Advanced Auto Parts, is one of our favorites, one of my favorites, from the Buccaneers. What a superb season he had there. Good to see you, Baker Mayfield. How are you?
Great to see you. Doing good, guys. Thanks for having me.
You got it.
Woo. Yeah.
How often are you come to Vegas? Are you a Vegas guy at all, or no?
Few and far between.
Is that right?
Yeah, special occasions.
Okay. Like bachelor parties and stuff like that? Or?
First time was a bachelor party. It was fresh off the 21st birthday.
Oh.
No money, so definitely borrowed some from a lot of friends. Survive in advance. That's the motto.
It is. I was saying that when I came off the plane, like I remember my first times coming to Vegas, and I would just be like, this is going to be the greatest weekend ever. And then about 10 hours in, I'm like, how long until my flight? 2 days from now? Like, I've had those experiences here.
It's an interesting place. Ran out of money the first time I was here. Had to ask friends just to get a water. So
did you really?
I've had some lows here.
Waters are expensive.
Looking to have some highs.
Let's make this moment
exactly
that high, Baker.
This is the high right now. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, again, congrats on a great season, because I know. Making the most of opportunities is what it's about in the National Football League, and you crushed it. And I know I asked you this before, but now that you're fully through the season, why do you think it worked out in Tampa for you in such a great way?
From the very beginning, they told me going in, just from free agency stuff, be the best version of you. All we want is for you to be you, and that's kind of rare to hear. Instead of somebody saying, hey, you need to act this way, do this and that. But Todd Bowles, Jason Light, those guys just said, hey, be you. And we know who that is. You're healthy. We want you to come in and play with that fire, that passion, get the guys going. And, it's an empowering feeling when you hear that.
Right. And then obviously winning a division, going to the playoffs, winning a playoff game, being involved in a tight, big-time affair in Detroit, as you were, that had to, now that you look back on it, what are your 2 cents on the season you did put out there, Baker?
I mean, it's started out hot, and we didn't really know what we were doing offensively. I mean, everybody knew the basics of the scheme, but then we lost 6 out of 7 there in the middle of the year. And so for our guys to stick together, for us not to try and reinvent the wheel scheme-wise, that's something to be really, really proud of. To be where we were at 4-7, say, all right, we still have a chance to win this division. If we just fix the things that we can control, play with each other, and go from there, that's something to be really proud of. So the guys just bought in, and that's rare to have when you're sitting at 4-7.
And now the guy who was coordinating your offense and calling the plays is now the head coach of the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
Who do the Panthers get in Dave Canales?
The most positive guy I've ever been around.
Is that right?
Yeah, and even in those moments of the 4-7, and I give him a lot of the credit for not changing up what we were doing, just saying, guys, we need to get the little details fixed. If we can do that, we're going to be fine. We have the talent that's there. Like, we have everything we need. We have all the pieces. And we just need to put it together. And so I'm excited and happy for Bryce to be able to have somebody like that that's going to instill that belief in him. I don't think he's lost it by any means, but it's tough when you go from the #1 pick to not having a lot of success. And so for him to have somebody like Dave in his corner that's going to be a positive attitude guy every single day, and he doesn't waver on it, and it's a rare thing to have in the NFL. What
does that feel like to hear that voice in the helmet that is always positive?
You can sense he's just truly happy to be there. And I mean, obviously he's worked extremely hard to get to this point, but it just gives you your own belief. It's kind of that ripple effect that he instills in everybody.
No kidding. That is something to say. Yeah. I know he started in Southern California, right?
Yeah. He's an LA guy. Worked his way up. Got to Seattle with Pete. The connections there. And he just. You can tell he's taken his time. 13 years in Seattle, learned from a lot of different guys, been around some great ones, and just took all that knowledge and is now, using it for himself.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield here on the Rich Eisen Show. What's your 2 cents on this game on Sunday? What do you think?
Good matchup, really good matchup. Obviously, the Chiefs. They don't screw it up. That's why they get to this point. They find ways to win and play with each other and make the plays when they need it. But San Fran, I think some of those pieces that were there a couple years ago when they played in the Super Bowl, I think they have this one. They've had this one marked for a while as their revenge game. So I don't know. I think San Fran will pull it out, but you can never count out the Chiefs.
So what is your 2 cents on this national conversation that many in my business are having about game changing quarterbacks, game managing quarterbacks. What's your opinion as an actual bona fide playoff winning quarterback in the NFL on this subject matter when you hear this?
If you're executing the system to what's being called and what you're being asked to do, people can slap a game manager title on it, but you're executing at a very high level. That's game changing. And so if you're able to do it consistently like Brock has done, that's an elite level of quarterback play, and you can't ask for much else. And so that's, I don't know. I'm a big fan of Brock. Obviously, short little quarterbacks, we try and stick together with the gritty attitude, the chips on our shoulder. But no, I'm a fan of his, and I don't think he's a game manager.
Have you met him at all?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your opinion? Like, how have you been around him?
I think he's just a hardworking guy that, like, similar mindset to me of be in the locker room, be engulfed in that, and just try and be a normal guy for the guys in the locker room, but play your balls off when it comes out to it. Like the couple of those first down runs that he had in the championship weekend, like he's showing exactly the heart. He's wearing that on his sleeves, and I think that's a big thing for the guys around him, that he's going to lay it out on the line for those guys.
Yeah, I mean, because the concept of game managing, right? I mean, like, you do it every snap.
Yeah.
Like you break the huddle.
Yeah.
You know what the play is. Then you survey what's in front of you, and you're actually every snap you're managing a situation.
Exactly. And so just because it's not electric, you're not doing some Mahomes or Josh Allen or Lamar plays, doesn't mean you're not doing it in the best way, in your own way. And so everybody does it differently, but I respect the way he does it.
And so what advice would you give him as the opposing quarterback taking the field against him in a playoff game, which you've done?
It's when it comes down to these big games, it's always the teams who don't mess up. So do the little things right. Take the easy throws, take the easy completions, the stuff that's gotten them to this point of why everybody says he's a game manager. He's just put the ball in the right places, and it looks easy because Shanahan's drawn it up for him, but he's done it the right way. And so for him, just keep that same approach, and they have a great team around him, so trust those guys too.
Baker Mayfield here on the Rich Eisen Show, courtesy of Advanced Auto Parts. What are you doing with Advanced Auto Parts?
So obviously this is a big weekend, Super Bowl Sunday, but not many people know the following Sunday is National Car Battery Day. So that's a fun fact. February 18th. And we got the campaign going on with Advanced Auto Parts. It's false starts, kill drives. Everybody hates false starts in football.
Yes.
It's one of the most frustrating things. It's the #1 penalty in the league. Just sets you back. And so when you can relate that to your cars, it's a dead car battery. You're starting from behind. You're going to be late. You already have more yards to make up. But if you register at aapfallstarts.com, you get a chance to win free car batteries for life if there's one false start in the game. And these two teams that are in the championship, they are top 10 in false starts in the league, both of them.
So all we need is just one
false start. We don't want a sloppy game. I'm not rooting for a sloppy game. Just one false start.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
And then you could win free diehard batteries from Advanced for life.
For life. And that's not the length of your car life. That's your life.
Your life.
Whoa. Yeah.
Damn.
It's a big deal.
So that's a lot on the line on Sunday.
It is.
I thought it was just the Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah, everybody's going to be watching Super Bowl Sunday, but there's a lot more on the line here.
And there's always finger pointing, right? There's always finger pointing. That it wasn't me, it was him.
Exactly.
Somebody drew me off, like there was encroachment.
I'm not sure if guys actually realize that they have no input when it comes to the finger pointing, but it's a fun thing to do.
Seriously.
No, he did it.
So you've never seen a ref influenced by the finger pointing, is what you're saying?
Because they get together and they want to call it however. They're not going to listen to it.
They don't.
If they listen to it, then I'd have a lot more calls go my way. So I've been on the other hand.
So do you not complain at all? You don't lobby?
Come on. Yeah, we're always lobbying in there.
Right.
Yeah. All right. You gotta speak your opinion. Whether,
of course,
sometimes it might hurt me, but sometimes it'll help.
Understood.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Again, false starts being the #1 penalty in the league. We need just one.
Just one.
And how does somebody get involved? You go to
aapfallstarts.com.
aapfallstarts.com. Register before Sunday. And
register before Super Bowl Sunday.
And you can get free batteries for life. Fantastic.
I mean, I'm signing up right now.
Yep. Baker Mayfield here on the Rich Eisen Show. What's your scoop over the next few weeks? What's your timeline like, man?
after the Super Bowl, gonna take a little vacation.
Okay. Where are you going?
Going to the Bahamas.
Okay.
Take a couple of the guys, take a couple of the big boys down there,
Okay.
relax a little bit, and then we got a baby on the way. So wife's 8 months pregnant. Yeah.
Hey, is this your first?
First one. Gonna have a little girl. I am
Little
so screwed.
girl.
Yeah.
Oh no.
To be wrapped around her finger.
Truly. Being a girl dad is the greatest thing.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest gifts of all time. This is great.
At first we were both hoping for a boy, but now we're really, really excited.
Understood,
It's a girl.
of course. Okay.
Yeah.
And so when's the due date?
April 2nd. So gonna get one more vacation after the Super Bowl, and then it's off limits after
Also,
that.
it's a guy's trip to Bahamas.
Oh no, they're coming too. They're
Okay,
coming too.
everybody's coming.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Very
And
good.
actually, Tristan Wirfs is going too, and his girlfriend is due a week before us. So we're got to enjoy a great friend that we've become very close quickly, and then we're also on similar life cycle right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Very good. And so when do you make your decision about what's next for your pro career?
The first step happened in Tampa hiring new OC, so I'm excited about that. Somebody
You
that
are.
I'm familiar with.
Okay. Liam Cohen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great guy. Obviously, I think a big factor in that was the same system that we ran last year.
Yes.
So guys don't have to relearn anything. Terminology might be a little different, but same system, same scheme. And so just take the next steps from there, and then let my agent and those guys negotiate from there. But
Okay.
I'm thankful for that place. They gave me an opportunity.
So your first option is to stay put, right?
I would love to. Just how they run things, how they operate, it allowed me to play free and just all about ball.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
And you like living there in Central Florida?
How can you not love it?
Okay.
Good weather. Didn't know anything about it going into it, but we've settled in there.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your option to do that, because the Patriot fan over here,
He's lobbying hard over there.
I know.
Well, I just mentioned he's going to the Bahamas, B, Boston, B, you know what I mean? I think
the
that might
weather's
be
a little
clue
different.
there,
Yeah,
you know
the
what I mean?
B's similar, but it's
Summertime in New England, Baker, nothing like it.
Yeah, there's no Bahamas after the B.
Ah.
by
I
the way,
got
it's
it.
Foxborough, not Boston. But
There
yeah.
you go. Okay, so that's your next order of business. Congratulations in advance. Let me know where you're registered, will you?
No, we're no registry. It's just
No
donations
registry?
to the foundation. No
Okay.
registry.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. And everybody go to aapfallstarts.com, register before kickoff Sunday, and then when there's a false start, you have a chance to win free batteries for life.
It's a big deal.
It is that.
I signed up already.
Yeah, we're in.
Did you really?
Yeah,
We're in.
Why not?
I like free stuff, Baker.
Okay, everybody likes free stuff. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate you guys.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's Baker Mayfield here on the Rich Eisen Show. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.